Hello, everyone. Welcome to Smart Investing. I'm Albert, the host, and today we're going to be doing the special dividend stocks for May. So, this week actually has been pretty fast for me. Uh, as you saw in the last video, if you saw the last video, I was in New York and I was actually taking a break. And then, actually, when I returned, Um, a few days later, I was feeling kind of sick, so I couldn't make the videos. So now I'm actually feeling better, and I just want to try to keep up with the videos again. So I know I had like a really long gap. I think it's been maybe at least a week. I try to make a video a week, but yeah, that was a long time to be without a video. So I'm going to make another video right after this, I promise. I know I say that sometimes, and then there's times where I do have time, and sometimes I don't. But I'm definitely gonna make time right after this, since I do have time now. So let's just jump right in. I don't even know, to be honest, how many stocks I have for the special dividend stocks. I'm gonna guesstimate about 20. Again, not all of these stocks that I'm about to go over, not all of them are special dividend stocks. Most of them are. And we just want to see which ones are solid companies that actually pay special dividends, because a lot of these companies are just trash. And again, we just want to find maybe a few solid companies that are actually pretty good, that actually pay uh, the solid dividends as well, if they have any. So let's begin. Today is May 16th, Monday. It is 9:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. Again, my location is in Florida, so I am on the East Coast. As we can see here, we have for the first company HCC. Again, these companies are not in any particular order, so we're just going to go over them one by one. So I'm not really going to do a fundamental or technical analysis. I know some people might get bored of the videos and stuff, so I want to try to keep it short. I'm just going to jump right into the dividend history, and that's pretty much it. Because I know I talk too much, so I just want to keep it shorter than usual. So maybe I have more comments and more feedback, and hopefully more likes, and people can share it and subscribe to the videos that I can provide. Again, I try to provide the best information possible. Again, I know my videos are long, but it's just a lot of information to give you. And again, I apologize for not editing my videos, but that's just taking up too much of my time. So um, ever since day one of my videos, I do not edit my videos. So again, in a way, it's good and bad, because I don't leave anything out. And then again, I'm not sugarcoating anything, meaning like I don't lie, or I don't have to edit my video and say something where something's inaccurate, or I want to leave something out because of uncertainty or whatever. So again, when I do my videos, it's just a straight clean shot throughout the whole video. So again, thank you guys for watching, and you know um anything helps. Any comments or feedback or anything, or if you just like the video, just want to just listen to it and learn, then that's fine too. So let's begin. We're gonna start looking at this company. What was the name of it? So it's called Warrior Met Coal. So they are in the iron and steel industry, and we're gonna look at the dividend history and the splits, and that's pretty much it. That what I'm gonna look at. So as we can see here, they paid two dividends. Let me just get out my drawing board here. So for 2022, This was in May, and this was in March. So as we can see here, they paid 6 cents, and then in May they paid 6 cents. But a few weeks later in May, actually May 12th, as we can see here, they paid 50 cents. So when you add those two together, they actually paid a total of 56 cents in May. So, oh, whoops. I apologize for that. So 56 cents for May. So as we can see here, you can clearly see uh, the dividend history. So as you can see from the bottom going all the way up, 5 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents. And then all of a sudden in 2022, yes, they paid 6 cents, which is not much of a difference, I think. But as we can see here, a double payout in the same month, that's definitely a bonus payment. And you can actually see the difference in payment. So you went from 6 cents all the way to 50 cents. That's really a big jump in dividend payment. So I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure that this payment here was a special dividend payment just by the amount given. So as we can see, they have no splits, and that is pretty much it for the company. Just looking at the numbers here, first page. I always call this my first page because that's a basic outline that I like to look at for fundamental and technical analysis. So as we can see here, the small cap company and um earnings seem pretty solid. It seems undervalued and seems pretty active. That's all I can say. So the next one up that I have is BNCC. As we can see here, definitely, this company is over the counter. This is another one that's over the counter. These companies like that, those are companies that you want to look out for. Um, because most likely companies like that, they're just not that good. They're just not that good when they're over the counter, and I've said it in previous videos. So we're gonna look at the excuse me. So we're gonna look at the possible dividend payment. So they did not pay anything yet in 2022. Last year they paid two special dividends, one in January and one in November. The first one, as you can clearly see, $8, and then the second one was $6. So they had no splits, and that's a pretty high payment. That's a really big payment. And again, this is for the banking sector. Even though I'm not doing the banking sector, but this stock came on my radar for a potential special dividend payment for 2022. So again, there's no guarantees, but since this company has paid a special dividend before, there is a chance. I don't know what the chances are, but again, since they already paid last year, there is a chance, a small chance, where they might pay again. Hopefully they do. If they don't, it's fine anyway, because they're a OTC stock, and that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna talk too much about the numbers anyway. I don't have much to look at. A little bit. I don't have nothing here. There's not much there. I don't have much info that I can go off of. So that's pretty much it. So BNCC, for a watch list, I'm gonna say no. So again, do I recommend HCC for a watch list or a shopping list, as you guys want to call it as well? Maybe that's all up to you. Um, but it can help if you needed to. So next one up that I have is GTII, Global Tech Industries. So this stock is only at $1.79. Somewhat active. I mean, it's not breaking new highs or lows. This company, just by the price alone, the price performance for the year, I wouldn't watch list it. I don't like it, but just because it came on my radar for a special dividend payment, uh, I'm not sure. It has not paid any dividends or special dividends. So again, I'm gonna say no to this company, and you can avoid that company to add to a watch list for a special dividend paying company. So next one up is CTRA. That is Quotera Energy Inc. Energy sector right now is pretty hot. It's pretty active. So as we can see here, the 1 year it's been doing good. So for the whole year, as you can clearly see, close to 72% for the year. Year to date, I don't have the percentages on there. Webull doesn't allow me to do that. But again, I could always shorten the time frame and still give you uh, another metric and performance target to go off of. So let's look at the dividend and special dividend. So we have here, they did pay a special dividend, as you can see, in 2021 of October. It doesn't say the amount. I know it sucks that I can't really look at the amount. I wish I could, but I can't. And we can see here from the bottom here, you can see here it starts to pay like 7 cents, then 7 cents here, then 9 cents, 9. And as we can see here in 2020, they start to pay 10 cents, and then in 2021, still 10 cents. So we have here in 2022, let's cut it off for 2020 and 20, start cutting them off. So as we can see here, we have 5 payments in 2021 and just a 1 cent raise. So as we can see here, for the last payment in 2021, which is 12 cents, that was a big jump to go from 12 cents all the way to 56 cents. So we're talking about a 44 cents difference. So that is a pretty nice jump for a dividend payment. It's hard to say if that was a special dividend payment. It's hard to say, really. It could have been a regular dividend payment, and they just really had a nice raise like that. But I'll tell you one thing from my experience. It's, for the most part, when you see special dividend payments, you'll see them like more than $1, or at least like $1. That's just my opinion from experience. Um, it's still common. There's still somewhat of a chance that special dividend payments can be under $1. It's just not that common. So from a scale of 1 to 10, I would say 7 out of 10 times usually they're over $1 when it comes to a special dividend payment. When it comes to rising dividends, you don't really see them like 50 cents or 60 cents. It's hard to say because there are very few companies that'll even give you, and I mean, for a quarterly estimate and a quarterly raise, it's rare for companies to give a 50-cent raise quarterly, and then, on top of that, a special dividend. So what I mean is, let's say a company gave 50 cents raise, just a regular dividend, and then on top of that, they gave $1 a month later for a special dividend. That's like super, super rare. And again, if something like that does happen, it's because the company, they must be doing really, really good. or growing their earnings and margins and everything really good. They're pretty much doing everything they need to save every penny in their bottom line and top line. So as we can see here, this company is pretty common for splits. You got 2 for 1, 2 for 1, 2 for 1, and the one in 2005 is a 3-for-2 split. For this company, I'm gonna say this was a regular dividend. Again, it's rare. It's a small chance that uh, that a company can get like a 44 cents raise. It's possible, but again, it's still uncommon. So if that was over $1 or about $1, then I think in my opinion, for my experience, I would say I would count it as a special dividend paying company if they paid at least $1 or more, or if it's close to $1, maybe like 92 cents, for example, it's still close enough to $1. So for this company, I'm not gonna say they are a special dividend paying company yet for this year, but again, they only paid for last year the special dividend. So I'm gonna say no. And then on top of that, I don't like the splits. I don't like the splits. That is a real no for me. So next one up is Tourmaline Oil. So the oil market is definitely a really good sector to be in, the oil industry. So as we can see here, all these dividend payments here, you can see that right clearly off the bat. So let's just jump right into the dividends. So as you can see here, they got to be a Canadian company. You can see the currency initials there. So let's look at the 2022 payments and compare them to the 2021. Let's do that. So we have here 5 payments in 2021. And so far, the year's not done for 2022, and they already have done 4 payments for 2022. So we can see here, they paid about the same time frame. So this one paid in June. The second payment was in June. Then the third payment was in September, and the last payment was in December. So again, following that time frame, we can clearly see for this year they paid in January instead of March. So a payment is a payment, so they still went through with it. Definitely a big upgrade for the first payment compared to last year. So the first payment for last year, 2021, was 16 cents. And then for this year, for the dividend payment, that was $1.25. And that's not including, again here, the special dividend payment. Again, I can't see last year. I can only see the last special dividend payment. If you guys want to research more dividend history and the actual number for the special dividend payments, again, I always recommend that site for that history of the dividend and special dividends. I always recommend NASDAQ.com. And then when you Google it and stuff, you can put in dividend history, and then just put in the website NASDAQ.com. So put in Google NASDAQ or just put in NASDAQ dividend history, and then it'll take you to the dividend history page, and then you can always plug in the symbols, ticker symbols, and then it'll show you the past payments, not just the last one, all the ones before that. So as we can see here, again, I was explaining the difference in payments. So from a 16 cents all the way to $1.25, that's over $1 payment just for the first quarter payment. That is definitely a huge payment, and it's rare to see that. So we're gonna look at the second payment, 16 cents. This was about the same from last year, but it is a raise. So from 16 cents to 20 cents. And now also they made a third payment, which was in May, and the third payment in 2021, they made two payments. They made a dividend payment and a special dividend payment. So again, the last year's payment for the regular dividend was 17 cents. I don't know what the special dividend was for the third payment, but for this year so far, that looks like a special dividend payment. I mean, to go from you know this payment here from 17 cents all the way to $1.50, that's just an insane amount. So you have at least $1.25 of a raise, and that's for the third payment. So imagine including all these payments in 2022 versus 2021. So this is definitely a company you want to watch list. They're paying out insane. You don't really see a company like that pays that much. So I would say yes, even though they are an OTC paying company and OTC market. And you almost never see me recommend OTC companies. But again, I'm not recommending it to buy. No, nothing. The only time and the only reason and the only explanation as to why I do recommend companies is just to add them to your wish list / shopping list / watch list. So again, I can't recommend any companies to buy or sell or hold or anything. I cannot give price points again because I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not licensed or insured. So please consult somebody who is so they can give you a detailed explanation as to what they want to recommend and the whole works behind that. So again, this company, I think it would be a nice addition to a watch list. So next one up, we're gonna move on to the next one, SIGA, SIGA Technologies. I'm gonna jump right into the press release and look at the dividends. So I don't want to be pressed for time. So first dividend payment, there's not much history. That's the first payment they ever made. They are not a special dividend paying company, but at least they paid a dividend. I'm gonna say no to this company as a special dividend paying company or a solid one. So we're gonna move right up into the next one. Next one up is TPL, ticker symbol, and the company name is Texas Pacific Limited. So we have here, they are at 1,369 and some change. This company is in the oil and gas exploration and production. So it looks like they do exploration. It's also known as downstream, and production is also known as midstream. So if you ever hear experts who are actually in the oil industry and they say upstream, downstream, and midstream, that means the same thing. It's just a different terminology that they like to use and confuse people. So again, downstream is exploration, midstream is production, and then the last one is upstream, which is like selling it to the consumer. I forgot the name, but if I see it, I'll remember it. So we're gonna look at the dividend history. Let's look at that. So let's compare it to, again, they're not an active payer, so let's go as far as back as 2019 and let's separate these years. So far it looks like in 2019 they did two payments. In 2020 they look like they did 2 payments. In 2021, they look like they did 4 payments. These are big numbers, guys. You don't really see big payments like these. You can see here special dividend payment in 2019, special dividend payment. These all look like special dividend payments. Uh, yeah, that's really, really an insane amount. So this company is racking in some serious performance just by these numbers. I'm gonna say, looking at these numbers, yes, this company would make a nice addition to a watch list if it were uh, added to like a oil and gas, industry or sector, or if you have a bunch of stocks in the oil and gas exploration and all that, this will make a nice addition. Uh, this company is just really, really expensive. I mean, insane earnings at 41, dividend payment of 12. But is it really worth it to pay close to 1,300 and what, $70 just for a $12 payment? Um, I'll say this: if you have money to burn, fine, add it to the watch list. If it's too pricey for you, then just leave it out. Find something else. Um, it's again, I can't suggest price points, to each their own. Everybody has their own comfort level and their risk tolerance. So again, it's nice to look at, to add to a watch list, but again, I can't say yes or no to this company. Um, I like it just to watch it, just to look at it, see how it goes, see if Wall Street likes it, see if retail investors like it. I like looking at charts. Um, I like the company, but again, personally, I'm not gonna invest in it. It's just too much money to throw out there when I could spend that amount of money and have more shares in another stock, um, that I'll be better off to wager my money. But again, that's just me. But again, to each their own. So also, I showed it, but I didn't explain it. They did have a split in 2007, and that doesn't look like a common issue. So again, that was the first time. Hopefully, that was the last time they did split. So hopefully, they can move on from that and not give any more splits, and the company can still um, get attention and provide more investors with more clarity and more promising payments. And hopefully the price goes down, because that's a pretty pricey stock. I wouldn't do it, but again, um, people have money to burn like that, I guess. So next one up I have is HCA Healthcare. It says TR. I don't know what the TR means for that company, but again, we're gonna jump right into it. See if they paid any special dividends. I don't see any special dividends. Excuse me. So in 2014, they did a split ratio 1-for-2. Doesn't look like a common habit. The company seems pretty active. Um, but again, this company is not a special dividend paying company. So I'm going to say no to HTA for the watch list. Next one up is SGY, Surge Energy. This company, this is, I'm trying to think if it's in the US. I'm not certain. Right away, I saw TSE. I don't think TSE is in our major market uh, index. So yeah, I'm pretty certain it's elsewhere. So again, it is in a different country, and that is Canadian dollars right there. So as you can see, CAD, they're not paying anything. That's at 0 cents, just regular dividends. So I'm gonna move it on from that. I'm gonna say no to that company. I still have way more companies. So next up, NSR, Nomad Royalty Company. So NSR, we're gonna jump right into that and see what is the press release for that. They are not a special dividend paying company, and they seem to do a lot of splits. And again, these are recent. You can see in 2021, last one before that was 3 years before that, and these are huge amounts. One for 10, one for 10, one for 30. That is an automatic no, and I'm gonna jump into the next company. So for Nomad Royalty Company, diversified mining is what their specialty is. So next one up, I have ICC Labs. I don't know what index this is, but we're gonna see there at $1.60 about. I'm gonna say no to this company. And I don't have information for dividend anyway. Uh, it might have researched that company instead of ICC, and it could have been this one. I think when I was doing my research, it could have been one of two companies, so I wasn't sure about it. So we have here uh, ICC Holdings. It looks inactive, 52-week high and low. I'm gonna say no. I don't like those flat lines on the chart. They're not showing me any dividend history anyway, so we're gonna move on to the next one. So that's a no to the watch list. Next one up is CNQ. Looks pretty active. Nice 52-week high and low. Definitely a big company at $73 billion company. Nice looking chart. So we're gonna see here real quick the special dividends, if any, and they look like they do not pay any special dividends, but they do pay quarterly dividends, and they are rising dividends. This company, by the way they are distributing dividends, it looks like a nice raise, I gotta say. But the splits I do not like. That looks like a common issue. So in 2004, that's not, that's long ago. But again, look at these gaps between 2004 and 2005. That's not even at least a 10-year gap, you know? So I don't like that because, again, splits that are that recent, that haven't even had at least 5 years, it's definite no. That's just, I'm gonna say no. Just because of that reason, I'm gonna say no. And it just devalues your ownership. I know some people might like stop splits, but I'm not too fond of it. So again, this company is in the oil and gas exploration, development, and production. So they looks like they do downstream and midstream, possible upstream. Who knows? But again, they're not a special dividend paying company. So next one up is LCAP. So LCAP, Lionheart Acquisition Corp. Pretty inactive company. I have nothing for special dividend. So that's pretty much it. Let's see a different variation for this one. So going to Lionheart Acquisition again for a different class, and I still have nothing. We have one more left, and this is a different class and name. So at 96 cents and still nothing, no dividends, no anything. So I want to say no to this company as well. So this company, next one up, 0QE. I'm sure that's not the ticker symbol. Typically, I mean, sometimes you have ticker symbols with with letters and numbers that they might be different on one platform and might be have a different ticker symbol on another platform. But so far, this company does not pay special dividends, and they are in the iron and steel industry. And again, that stock is way too cheap and it's flatlined anyway. So next one up is PXT. They seem pretty active. Okay, they're a $3 billion company. Seem pretty decent so far, so good. So for dividends, they only paid one time in 2021. And no, this does not look like a special dividend paying company. Next one up is TECH, so Tech M. It looks like they have two indexes for this company. You have BOM and NSE. I don't know what they mean, but I'm sure these are like two different indexes, and they probably share the same stock. So I guess to make it easy, they decided to just share it on Webull and just make it more accessible for us to see the major indexes in other countries. So this is an expensive company, and it looks like they only pay once a year. I don't know what currency that is, but you guys can also look that up if you want to. Again, the company seems active, and it just seems too pricey. And I think you can buy and spend that money elsewhere instead of just getting this company. So again, uh, this company last time they paid was in 2018, and let's see the splits. So they did not have any splits. So this is an active dividend paying company. So again, I'm gonna say no. We're almost done here. We got a few more stocks, and we will be done shortly. So the next one up that I have is Tech Mahindra. On Webull, they have it coded for this company in digits, number digits. Again, it might be under a different ticker symbol in other platforms. You know, it could be different on E-Trade or Fidelity or even Robinhood or Ally. You know, all these other platforms carry, you know, different stocks and sectors and the likes. Sometimes they carry them and sometimes they don't. So again, this company as well, last time they paid was in 2018. And they are in the IT services and consulting business. So I'm going to say no. So next one up is PRPH Prophase Labs. We have that here. Very cheap company, US company. So it looks pretty active as a special dividend paying company. So I'm going to say yes, this would be added to the watch list for a special dividend paying company. Now, let's see if so we have here, oh, sorry. I meant to circle the 52-week high and low. That is not much of a difference. And for their profile, they specialize in food processing. So it's hard to say. They need to break new highs. Looks like they're growing at a fast rate, but again, you see the 52-week low and high. That's not much of a difference. I think for me to be interested, me personally, it will have to break the 52-week high. Again, this is a special dividend paying company, so it would make a nice addition to the watch list. It doesn't look as active as it should be, but this company, it'll be nice to watch just to see the chart and compare and contrast down the line when months go by and see um, the performance and all that throughout the time after 3 months. So next one up is RELFF, known as Reliance Infrastructure Limited. This is an OTC company, so off the bat I'm gonna say no. But again, I could be wrong. They do not pay a special dividend, so we are in for a ride in that one. So the last one up that I have is Toshiba. This is an over-the-counter company specialized in consumer goods conglomerates. So special dividend in 2021, and that was it. That was the last time they paid a special dividend in 2021. They did not pay one before that. 2018, 1 for 10 split, pretty high. I'm gonna say no. And another Toshiba stock class, and it is over the counter. 52-week high and low. Okay, that's not bad, but it will have the difference between that would have to break. It's showing me it's undervalued. They can cover earnings. So let's see here. Okay, so they did cut their dividend and they paid nothing in 2020 and 2021. So do they have any splits? Yes, in 2018. And split was 6-5, 6-4-5. I'm gonna say no. So there you have it, guys. Toshiba was the last company. I hope you guys enjoyed all these companies I went over. I'm sorry I took up too much of your time. Again, if you want to hear the information provided, you can always fast forward it and you can listen to it faster. Just again, go to settings and just click on the playback speed and put this at either 1.25 or 1.5, and you can see this video in a shorter version. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, or comment. I'll see you guys in the next one, and take care and invest smart, not hard.